Hello, everybody. Ken Krogue here. Excited to hear from Dave Elkington and Mick Hollison, our CMO. I wanted to share with you some of the fun new things we're doing with this Sales Acceleration Technology Summit. If you remember, a couple years ago, we started Sales Acceleration Summits, and at the time, it was all about our thought leaders. But today, it's a whole new approach. We're talking about the technology. So we have invited category leaders in the different areas of sales acceleration, and we get requests for this all the time. We get companies asking us, what technologies do you recommend in the sales acceleration space? So you know what? We brought them all together, all the big players, and we're going to make them available for you today. Another new approach, as you've seen these summits in the past, they have been in sequence, and you had to go pick a track and watch several at a time. Well, today they're going to be all available at the same time. As soon as I'm done here, you're going to be able to pull up in your little side window a list of all 20 of the sessions, and you can pick whichever ones you want to go to immediately. We've had them all done at the same time, and so we value your time. We know how busy you are. Mike Taylor, our head honcho of webinars, he watches what's going on, and he says, man, these guys are busy. They're all over the map trying to get stuff done, and they come back several times. So come back as often as you want. Jump right into the technologies you want to see in the sales acceleration space today. And as soon as I'm done here, we're going to make them available. Also, to value your time even more and to take advantage of your time, we have done little quick previews, anywhere from 30 to 60-second overviews of all 20 of the different technology tracks you can go down today, and that will be right at the end of my session. So I'll be going about 20 minutes, and then it'll be about 10 minutes where you can just get a really high-speed overview of all of the different options that you can spend time with and learn about. Everything from Salesforce, from Microsoft, and LinkedIn, and DocuSign, and Aptus, and Marketo, and Gainsight, and Domo, and Blue Wolf, and my friends Max Altschuler from SalesStack, and Craig Rosenberg from Topo. And I wanted to thank my buddies at HireVue, Gabe and Pete. They've done some cool infographic slides we're going to share with you today. But let's jump in. I wanted to talk about the sales acceleration category and how that even came about. Well, we got approached after our B round by an analyst firm wanting to come up and learn more and wondering what was going on in this space. And they said, we've been analyzing what you guys are doing, and there's this new space developing. We don't know what to call it, so we're going to call it Sales Automation 2.0. And we said, no, not another 2.0. There's Web 2.0 and Sales 2.0 and Marketing 2.0, and oh my gosh, if there's a 2.0, that means there's going to be a 3.0 and it's going to be obsolete. So let's come up with something different. And we first looked at the phrase high velocity and then decided that wasn't quite it. And then Mick came up. He's our CMO. This guy's pretty bright. And he said, what's really cool is the phrase sales acceleration. And so we thought, that is really cool. And that's really what happens, because these apps and this platform accelerates the speed of the sales process. So we flew it out there. We pulled together the Sales Acceleration Conference. I wrote 3 different articles on Forbes, which really picked up steam. The 27 best practices of sales acceleration. And then this definitional article, you can see here, what is sales acceleration? It has the different categories and several of the players in each one. And then we highlighted the 15 hottest sales acceleration technologies based on some research, and the thing just took off. Then we broke the world record with the largest virtual summit on sales acceleration with all the thought leaders in the space. We've done it 3 times now. We had like 15,000 and 22,000 and 33,000 registrants. This was crazy. And this summit, remember, is a little bit different approach. This is moving into the technology itself. We get so much request for that. So what is sales acceleration? Well, I love this. This is an infographic that my buddies at HireVue did, Gabe and Pete, quoting Trish and Steve and Ralph. And Trish says it's the new version of sales enablement. Doesn't acceleration sound so much more exciting and so much less passive than enablement? Enablement sounds like something at an old folks' home. You know, I'm enabling you. Well, acceleration is about speed. It's about velocity, about getting stuff done. And then Steve says it's recognition that sales is no longer a black box. It used to be that field salespeople were given $2 million quotas and paid $400,000 a year to just go play golf. Well, I know that that's not true because, wow, some of the amazing people we've brought in, like Dave Rudnitsky and his sales teams, they are absolute master artists. And so, but if we can combine that art with science and technology, amazing things start to happen. Well, the definition of sales acceleration is to increase the velocity of sales. That's what it's about. We found that the internet has brought the element of speed to the table, and we've got to move fast. The main breakthrough that happened with inside sales was the concept, like Henry Ford, of the assembly line, where the automobile was broken into parts and pieces, specialization. But the problem with the assembly line is if you don't have something that keeps everything moving, then nothing happens in terms of speed, and it actually slows down. So the real breakthrough with the assembly line was actually the conveyor belt. In other words, something that kept a constant velocity, a speed in which these different things that had to be built. I love the BMW motorcycle here. This looks cool. The speed of the velocity and the speed and velocity of the conveyor belt is the key to getting stuff done. And it's the Iron Man concept of man plus technology around the human being makes great things happen. And that's really what sales acceleration is. This slide here I think is pretty cool. It a bit of an overview of the sales acceleration space. You've got the top of the funnel area with search and all the different marketing automation folks. Then the sales acceleration funnel itself, that's where we play, and that's where all these different technologies, everything from dialing, emailing, scheduling, contacting, gamification, all have all the different categories coming up here in just a minute. But the research that was done showed there's a $12.8 billion spend going on, and it's increasing fast. But everything still runs on top of the CRM. The CRM is the assembly line. The conveyor belt are all these applications that speed up the assembly line and make it smarter and faster. So, but there's a big warning here that I want to take a minute and remind people of, and it came from my friend Barry Traylor of CSO Insights. I did some an article on Forbes at the first of the year. It was the 2015 Trends Report. I'd really recommend you go back and revisit that, because this sales performance optimization study that Barry and his team does every year, they've been doing this thing in a similar format for 21 years, you guys. And for 15 of those years, they've measured what's going on with CRM software. And remember, that's the foundation. That's the assembly line upon which everything else builds and accelerates. And he gave us a pretty big warning this past year. For the first time, he said the use of CRM has slowed down. And in other words, the blocking and tackling, the core organization of the sales process, the use of it has actually slowed down. Now, after the crash of 2008, remember, that was the real shot in the arm. Everyone else was thinking this is a terrible thing, and all of a sudden in our world of inside sales, we started to grow. The worst economy of our lifetime, and our industry started to grow. Well, I want to remind everybody what it was like back then when that happened. Remember, we all had to tighten our belts. We had to look at efficiencies and effectiveness. And the big companies like ADP and Cisco and IBM and Google, they all re-looked at what was working in their space, and they realized it was inside sales. But Barry, and then for 4 sequential years, Barry's research noted that we tightened up our processes. We got back to the basics. we worked the CRM and we sped up the process, and everything increased for 4 sequential years from 2009 up through 2013. And then guess what, guys? We got a little complacent. It topped out, and we rested on our laurels a little bit here. And that's what happened for the first time last year, is things slowed down. So I'm kicking everybody in the butt. I need to remind us, guys, we've got to get back to the basics of just working our process, focusing on getting stuff done. And all of these incredible tools will help us, but we've got to remember to focus on the process. So this slide I love. It's a lot of the different players in the space. Many of them here today, big deal. These are the applications running on top of the CRM solution. And each one is designed to speed up the process, to make it more visual, to give us better data, to help with our hiring, to provide a better virtual presentation, to give us smarter data, to streamline the contract and the quote process. This is what it's all about, you guys. And some of the specific categories are right here. Predictive hiring, that's a new space. Sales training, sales compensation, gamification. We're amazed at just the process these millennials have embraced of making work more fun. Gamification's a big deal. Now, data and list. We offer the power dialer technology enhanced with neurolytics, but the data is still key. It's like a Gatling gun. You need good ammunition, and there's many specialists in the data space. There are those who have really good corporate data. Everybody who ties into Dun & Bradstreet's database, like Hoover's and so on, that data is the best for corporate, for credit. But contact data is critical, being able to reach the right decision makers. And that's a combination of folks like Data.com and ZoomInfo. And of course, that's one of the main reasons that LinkedIn is so powerful, is it has the richest data that's kept current by the people themselves. And sales intelligence is a little bit different. This is that second bullet down in the right column there. Sales intelligence is the world of trigger events, of press releases, of fundraising and new jobs and things that are happening in organizations. And what smart sales reps are doing is taking a few minutes before they make their calls and learning in fact, my friend Steve Richards says, do a 3x3 analysis. Take 3 minutes to find 3 things that are most current and relevant you can talk about when you make that call, in the form of sales intelligence. Now, video conferencing, our friends at On24, that's what this is all about today. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now without this world. And it's both video conferencing en masse, like this big event we're having, or individual video conferences, which really put the inside sales and sales acceleration space on the map. This is one of the indispensables in my mind, is video conferencing. Now, email has resurfaced as it used to be the tool for marketing. Now it's a major tool for salespeople, and it's got its own little flavor with being able to track when emails are opened and when they're forwarded, and just amazing technologies around the world of email. It's a big deal again. The live chat, in fact, during the event right now, we've got chat going on. We've got 20 different exhibitors today, presenters, trade show booths going on. You'll be able to get to in the virtual expo hall. That's pretty interesting. Social media is huge. Social selling is finally coming of age. But it's funny how text messaging is still one of the best ways to reach a busy decision maker. Man, if you want to get word to our CEO, Dave Elkington, good luck any other way but a text message, but you better know him first. So there are some rules around texting. Now, the whole remote sales facilitation space is the combination of the phone and web conferencing, and now video conferencing is really big. Our friends at Aptus and DocuSign, all of the technologies around quoting and contracting and finishing up the sales process so that it can be done quickly instead of leaving the paperwork out there to hang. And then for us, the big areas are predictive analytics. That's where the mojo is in our space, being able to predict who to call, and a new area called prescriptive analytics, which is to prescribe when and how to call and even what to say. Those technologies are getting huge traction. And then Domo and others being able to visualize in real-time data dashboards how well you're doing so you can change your course en route. These are the kinds of technologies that are all making a difference, guys. And the key is they need to be running on top of that CRM platform with the live dashboards, keeping track of what's going on, facilitated with web and video conferencing and visualization technologies. These are all the different areas in the life of a sales lead, and the goal is to speed it up. Sales acceleration is what it's all about. All right, so is it working? Are things happening? Heck yeah, the industry's going crazy. The inside sales space as of 2010 moved ahead of outside sales. There are now more inside sales people than outside. When times got tough after the crash, this technology and this industry really came of age. How fast did it grow? Well, remember that research study that was done with InfoUSA showed that right after the crash, inside sales, using the sales acceleration model, grew 15 times faster than the traditional sales approach, you guys. And even today, it's still growing 300% faster. And don't discount the power of sales acceleration and the inside sales model. All right, well, a little bit of housekeeping. There's a lot of fun things going on all day, and it's available whenever you can get a break and come back. Again, this is available. In fact, I think Mike's got all these previews up and running now. The videos are live. I'm going to be done here in just a minute, and you're going to be able to jump in and watch a quick overview. We know how valuable your time is of all 20 of the different technologies. Takes about 10 minutes, 30 seconds roughly each, and you're on your way. And don't forget to go visit our booth and everybody else who has a booth here today. At ours, for example, you'll be able to try out our immediate response. You can get a call back in seconds. You can download the ebooks and all of our research. I would recommend you go watch that little clip, A Day in the Life of a Sales Rep. The thing's amazing. And don't forget to see a demo of this technology for yourself. That's what it's all about. I would love to hear from you. Here's my contact information. Please go follow me on Forbes. I'm trying to get content out about every week, but it's been about every 2 weeks. I apologize. My blog at kenkrogue.com, we're going to be lighting that up again. I've got a content team. Watch for 2 books that I'm writing. Excited about that. We're trying to have one out this fall and one out in the springtime. I'm using we're trying something different as always, right? I'm not going to, my whole goal is to not write the book, but to film the book, and then we're going to have it transcribed. So there will be fun additional approaches to the way a book is written. I think you'll like it. We'll have video and audio and a built-in assessment to see how good you're doing in the world of inside sales. Please follow me on LinkedIn, and my email for my friends is kk@insidesales.com. Go visit the booths in the virtual expo hall. Want to hear what you think? This is a whole new approach, but it's done to value your time and give you as much exposure to this amazing world of sales acceleration technology as possible. Make it a great day, everybody.
The Salesforce App Exchange is the world's leading business app marketplace, where customers have already installed millions of apps. There are thousands of apps to choose from, including many free apps. You can quickly find the right app, read reviews, install and customize it in minutes. App Exchange apps run on the Salesforce One platform, so they're pre-integrated, meaning upgrades are automatic and hassle-free and instantly mobile for any device, even wearable devices. Your users have a single, secure cloud identity. Now your reps have sales apps to close deals faster and stay on top of the leaderboard. This is a new era for business apps, connecting your entire company through one platform. Discover your next business app at the Salesforce App Exchange.
Hi there, I'm Stephanie Dart, Director of Product Marketing for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Sales organizations are facing more challenges than ever. Their teams are under enormous pressure to contribute increasing amounts of revenue. And on top of that, they are selling to well-informed, empowered buyers who don't want to be sold to. For teams that rely on basic Salesforce automation systems, it's become very difficult to deliver results. They don't have the insight to help them figure out who they should be talking to or what they should be offering. In a recent study, McKinsey found revenue growth at companies with more advanced sales capabilities tended to be 30% greater than the average company within their sector. Microsoft helps sales organizations stay focused, win faster, and ultimately build a trusted relationship with customers. Join me to learn how Microsoft can help you maximize your sales team's productivity.
With the new LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can recognize opportunity. Then connect with the right person through a warm introduction. Connections made at the right moments in the right way inspire trust and jumpstart strong relationships. Relationships that can turn your next opportunity into a successful new reality. Make sure your next connection is the right connection with the new LinkedIn Sales Navigator.
Do you know what happens after you click send on an email? Did they open it? Are they engaged? Are they thinking about you? Vision gives reps the ability to see in real time how prospects are engaging with web and email content. Cold deals come alive again, managers can identify the most effective sales materials, and effort gets placed where it matters most. Find out how Vision from Inside Sales can increase close rates by as much as 20%.
Making companies customer-obsessed takes more than technology. It takes first-hand engagement, becoming part of the crew. Stanley Black & Decker had a siloed business, with over 50,000 employees globally, all working on different systems. Through strategy, implementation, and training, Blue Wolf unified Stanley's people with technology. And what does that mean? Tens of thousands of service requests handled weekly, millions of dollars in new revenue, a new way of collaborating, made possible by Blue Wolf.
Today's sales teams have to prioritize hundreds of prospects deciding who to call and when. Reaching as many people as possible and tracking the results is a challenge for both reps and their managers. With Power Dialer, reps make more calls, achieve higher contact rates, and the system automatically tracks and records the data. They do it all right from their CRM's interface, eliminating headaches and allowing them to do what they do best, make sales. Teams that add the Power Dialer to their toolkit have increased sales by up to 30%. Let's take a look at how the Power Dialer makes it easy to plan, execute, and achieve your sales goals.
This is your business, and this is your quote-to-cash process. See the similarities? You should, because quote-to-cash isn't just another aspect of your business. It is your business. It's what brings your sales, finance, and legal teams together to drive revenue for your enterprise. And Apttus Quote-to-Cash is the only solution today that improves your sales efficiency and effectiveness with seamless, fully integrated configure, price, quote, contract lifecycle, and revenue management functionality on Salesforce One. So you can go from a Salesforce One opportunity all the way to cash in hand and beyond. If you want to learn how to delight customers and channel partners, reduce errors and delays, be easy to do business with, and grow your business faster, visit www.aptus.com to learn more about Aptus Quote to Cash today.
To be successful, sales reps need to focus on the highest quality leads and reach them at the right time. They need a data-driven way to predict if a lead is likely to close and know the best time to call. NeuroView by InsideSales.com takes the guesswork out of prioritizing and contacting leads. It's an advanced lead scoring and prioritization system that goes above and beyond simple market scoring, telling them who is likely to close and who is actually contactable. NeuroView can help increase revenue by over 20%. See how NeuroView can help you sell more by directing sales efforts to your best leads.
My name is Blake Ballard, and I'm the Senior Manager of Enterprise Account Development at Domo. Want to invite you to see a webinar that I'm putting on with Inside Sales, showing you how I use Domo to help manage a team of 45 account development representatives. I think you'll find it insightful and understand how using big data in sales can actually drive more opportunities and more revenue for your bottom line. Hope you'll join me there.
Do you know what's changing in your pipeline week over week? Are you struggling to know which deals will close as you try to make your quota and forecast number? HD Forecast from Inside Sales allows you to zero in on what's changed in your pipeline, spot risk, and deliver bulletproof forecasts. It reduces the time you spend forecasting so you can spend more time making sales. HD Forecast, part of the InsideSales.com platform, drives more revenue by increasing your time to sell, doubling your forecast accuracy, and improving close rates by up to 20%. See how HD Forecast can help you mitigate your pipeline risk to sell more and improve your forecast accuracy.
Did you know 75 to 90% of all revenue from your customers is generated after the initial sale? It's true. My name is Lincoln Murphy with Gainsight, and I'm going to talk about driving revenue through your existing customer base. I'll introduce you to concepts like expansion revenue and negative churn. I'll talk about how customer success drives upsells and how to operationalize the upsell process. And I'll introduce you to some of my favorite upsell tricks. So join me for driving revenue through your existing customer base.
If you are a sales manager, a sales executive, and you have a budget, and that budget is being impacted by turnover of salespeople, this seminar is absolutely imperative for you to listen to because we will help you fix that problem, and we do it quickly.
Traditional sales hiring is difficult and imprecise. On average, only 59% of reps achieve quota. How do you know if a rep will hit quota? Sales Indicator predicts sales success before you hire by measuring the character dispositions of candidates together with a company's individual sales metrics. Sales Indicator uses the Neurolytics machine learning platform from InsideSales.com to predict quota attainment with up to 70% accuracy. See how Sales Indicator can help you sell more by hiring reps you know will hit quota.
With digital transaction management, it's easy to prepare your most important business documents. Populate them with data from your existing systems. Share documents instantly. Review and sign them anywhere on any device. And see who signed and who hasn't in real time. Top companies are already making the move. It's how business gets done in a digital world.
It's hard to keep reps performing at the top of their game, and you can't pay commission on every activity that leads to a sale. So how do you motivate your team to consistently achieve? Power Standings from Inside Sales lets you harness your reps' natural competitiveness with game mechanics and the predictive power of Neurolytics. Keep sales teams motivated, cure midweek slumps with challenges and throwdowns, and gain real-time visibility with leaderboards and on-screen statistics. Learn how sales teams use Power Standings to increase productivity by as much as 40%.